Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blow the Whistle Sports. I'm your host, Wayne Holloway, and please like, subscribe, and share. And like always, if you want to see something on the show or if you have any suggestions, hit us in our DMs, holler at us, we holler back. We have a big show planned for you guys today. It's that time of the season. It's getting near. Your turkey dinner is going to be here next week. So I don't want to hold y'all up. I want to introduce my co-host, the man with the knowledge, the man that knows the plan, the man that got the hands-on with what's going on in sports, Mr. Steven Rubain.
Oh man, I am so excited. I love the holiday season.
Me too.
Do you realize in the next 10 days, we're going to have 19 football games, 19 NFL games in the next 10 days?
That's beautiful.
And we're going to have the first ever Black Friday game. Did you know that?
Wow, no, you're giving me some news.
Yeah, next Friday is going to be the first ever Amazon Black Friday game.
Have you ever got anything good off of Black Friday?
Man,
you never capitalized
you always
on that?
I used to go back in the day. Used to be out there camped out overnight, be out there in the freezing cold.
Yeah, but did you get what you went to get when you did that?
Never.
You were always late.
Never. I was always that person. I'm not that person who'll camp out 24 hours to wait.
Oh,
so I try to get there like about 2 o'clock in the morning.
You try to cheat.
Yeah.
That's what you try to.
I try to cheat, and there's always like 100 people in line, and the first 3 people got those big TVs. Remember when you had like the big TV, like when TVs were still hard to get,
fries and all that stuff.
Yeah, and you say the first 3 people in line can get that big old 100-inch TV for $10, and you're like, I'm gonna get it this time. And nope.
Man, you got some good plan for the holidays?
Good. Watch a lot of football. I'm going to have a nice, quiet holiday season this year where I want to get a lot. Hopefully, have some good luck for the holidays. We'll see. But I'm excited. There's a whole lot of sports going on. So, you know me, I'm a sports junkie.
Where you want to go, man? Let's get into it.
Let's get right into it. I actually changed my mind. I'm going to start with the NBA today.
NBA.
We're going to start with a blow the whistle. This is blow the whistle. We don't blow the whistle enough in this show.
Uh-oh.
So much stupidness happens, and we didn't have to blow the whistle. So let's start with a whistle. Man. And we're going to blow the whistle on Draymond Green.
Uh-oh.
Did you see what Draymond Green did yesterday?
Hey, man, he's NBA player, part track star, part wrestler, part UFC man. That's what he is. That's what he get paid for.
Oh, my goodness.
You can't tell me he don't get paid to do this type of stuff.
I think the NBA commissioner sent a message. I don't think our NBA commissioner feels the same way as you feel.
Well, see, what happened was, did you see the guy's face?
Yeah.
I don't mean to laugh at the man. He was clearly in pain, and it was clearly excessive force. But he looked alarmed.
But let's talk about what happened first of all. So for those of you who haven't seen it yet, if you haven't seen it, go on to YouTube. YouTube's one of our unofficial sponsors.
Unofficial. We're gonna get there. We're gonna
get there. But our show's on YouTube, so we're gonna give YouTube a shout out because you can watch our show on YouTube. But basically, the game started 40 seconds into the game, and then just a tip. They're going down the court. It was a Klay Thompson and some young guy. I don't even know who the young guy is.
And Klay Thompson got the worst of it. He was all tore up on the
side. So they had like a little jersey tussle where I guess the one guy grabbed Klay's jersey. Klay's jersey back. It happens in the NBA. That type of stuff.
Yeah, you get a little scuffle sometimes.
A little scuffle. So Rudy Gobert, the big 7'5" center for the Minnesota Timberwolves, he comes over and just tries to put his hands between the two to separate them. I mean, you can clearly see that he was a peacemaker. He was
trying to get some law and order together.
He's trying to get some law and order together. First minute of the game, you don't want to see your guy get ejected. So Draymond Green comes up from behind and decides, as my man Packard just said, he decides he watched some wrestling last night, so he's thinking he's feeling he's WWE.
He didn't just watch it last night, man. That's what he get paid to do.
Anyway,
he's the enforcer on that team.
He put the guy in a rear naked chokehold. Now that wasn't bad enough. He put the guy in a chokehold. Now the coach, Steve Kerr, said, "Get off him! Let him go! Let him go!" Did you see Draymond Green's eyes? He looked crazed.
Yeah,
he was in a crazed state.
He was like he shouldn't have been in that place at that very time.
Yeah, to the point where Rudy Gobert had to get down on his knees because he couldn't breathe no more. You can see he was turning green.
Wow.
And he still wouldn't let him go. And
how much money does cost Draymond?
5-game suspension.
Ooh.
So that's 5-game paychecks.
Ooh.
So he got 5 games, and I don't think that was enough. They suspended guys for a
Come
whole
on,
lot.
man. He got his punishment, man.
No, they suspended guys for a
Can't
whole.
can't go backwards.
You suspended guys for a whole lot more for doing less.
You
know, if you do something, you're gonna choke a guy out. That don't fly, especially when it's undeserved. So,
hey, Draymond, we got to blow the whistle on you.
Yeah, we got to blow the whistle on you. So yeah. But anyway, so I was watching some of this NBA in-season tournament. It's getting better. I guess there is a little passion about it. So
I love the way that the courts is painted.
Yeah, the courts are painted beautiful.
Yeah,
I can tell that the players have a little more passion for it. I'm gonna wait and see. I can see it may grow on us. We just don't know how it works. That's the only thing we have nowadays. It's not like the NFL playoffs. We know this team plays this team, and then when you play this, blah, blah. Nobody knows yet who's.
Well, see, the thing is, like you said, the NFL playoffs was like it's set up. It's a build up,
right?
The March Madness. Before March Madness start, it's that build up,
right?
Everybody getting the brackets done. It needs to be marketed right.
Yeah,
this was the first year, so we'll let them slide.
Yeah, we'll let them slide. It's the first year, so I do like the courts, like you said, and we're waiting to see.
Will the courts go back to normal after this, or is this special for the?
They just use those courts only for the games.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So they have their regular courts, during all the other games, but it's just a matter of they want to make it stand out.
Yes, that's a good step.
Right. So you know that when you watch that game, that's the in-season tournament game because they got those crazy loud courts. So
yep.
So that's good. So I like that. Let's just go over a couple teams, early season. Let's go over some records. In the Eastern Conference, we got the Sixers and the Celtics tied in first place at 8-2. So those are two teams we pretty much expect. The Sixers are a little better than we thought. I mean, we thought losing James Harden, they were going to slip off a little, but they actually it's addition by subtraction. So I think the Sixers actually are a team to look out for in the Eastern Conference now. They feel strong. They got rid of that cancer, and I think they're feeling pretty good about themselves. So let's wait, keep an eye on them. In the Western Conference, we got the Nuggets at 9-2, which is expected, but the surprise team is the T-Wolves at 8-2. T-Wolves. And then the other surprise team, the Rockets at 6-3, and the Thunder at 7-4. Nobody thought those two teams would be competing for a playoff spot yet. So it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to play out. But the disappointment team, with no question, in the first couple weeks of the season are the LA Clippers. LA Clippers, back to being what we thought they would be. You want to give us no sound effect, no disappointment noise, or
it's the Clippers.
It's
the Clippers.
They're not even worth making a noise on for them.
This is for the Clippers.
Yeah,
and I always like that for the Clippers.
Yeah, but this year they got James Harden, Russell Westbrook.
Ooh.
You got Kawhi Leonard. You got Paul George. That's the big four.
Hey man, the Clippers had a team that was awesome that I just knew was going to do something. You know what happened? That just sums up the Clippers in all. They're an LA team. And I want LA to win all the time.
Right. I
know. Lakers is my team, but when the Lakers can't do it, the Clippers is supposed to be that number 2 punch.
Well, the Lakers with old man LeBron, they're above 500. The Clippers on a 6-game losing streak.
Yay.
3-7 and toward the bottom of the barrel in the Western Conference.
But on the good note, Clipper fans, you guys have a beautiful facility being built over there in Inglewood.
Yes,
it looks lovely, and my goodness, the whole ambiance of the place has changed. You get a good feeling when you go over there now.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a situation where I might even catch up the Clipper game again with this new. I think it's called the Intuit Dome. It's going to be called.
Intuit Dome?
Yeah, I think that's the name they came up with as far as but by the time it's built, it could change names 2 or 3 times.
Man, a lot of money got put into this.
A lot of money got put into it.
They took out a whole neighborhood of buildings to put this facility up.
Yeah, it's going to be state of the art.
It looks like it.
The Clippers owner, he's going to make sure that everything is top notch. It's supposed to be like truly special, remember the Cowboy Stadium first opened and everybody was just in awe of how amazing Cowboy Stadium was.
Yes, sir.
It's supposed to be on that type of level. So I'm very excited about that. LA people out here excited to see when it's finally built in about 2 more years. So that's about it for the NBA. Huh? We're gonna
Shout out to Darnell, Mr. 49er in the
Mr.
house.
49. Oh, we're gonna talk about you.
He said bang, bang, bang.
We're gonna get to you in a little later. We're gonna talk about some mid-season ups and downs.
Oh yeah.
And so we'll go to that. But let's spend a second on college basketball. We're not spend too much time on college basketball, but let's spend a second on it. Because we've already had a couple upsets. Duke has lost, Michigan State's lost. So I'm just going to go into the top 5 real quick. At number 5, moving up, is UConn. Number 4, Marquette. Number 3, Arizona. Number 2, staying the same, Purdue. And number 1, staying the same, is Kansas Jayhawks.
That's number 1?
Number 1. Yes, sir. Yeah, they look like a powerful team. They got the big, tall center, Dickinson. He had 27 points and 21 rebounds the other night, which is pretty amazing for a college basketball game to get that type of stats. And so, as long as he stays healthy, I think they might be the team to beat. So we'll keep you, like I said, next week starts all those big old Thanksgiving tournaments. And so when we get into next week's show, we're going to really get into my favorite time in college basketball is those Thanksgiving tournaments. And so let's go ahead now. Moving on. Let's get to college football, shall we?
Yes, sir.
College football. But it looks like for that, we keep you up to date on that Deion Sanders situation with what happened with UCLA. Looks like they arrested 4 young high school students.
Oh, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Don't turn something good into something bad. Man, come on, man.
Now, to Deion's credit, he came out and he said, let's try to give these kids a break. Let's not be too harsh on them. They're young, made a dumb mistake. And let's not try to destroy their careers. Mistakes happen. So hopefully this will be a learning experience for them.
College or high school?
These high school players.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are 4 high school players. Apparently, they were on a recruiting trip to UCLA. And instead of watching the game and doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Don't say it. Don't say it, Steve.
Yeah, sad to say it. They decided, I was joking around, I said, they decided to do the old school NIL deals. Nowadays, these guys get all this money on NIL. Right. They decided to do it the old-fashioned way. Rob and steal, get your money. So this is the old...
Prospects. Visiting the campus.
Visiting the campus.
Went to a game.
Went to the game. Well, invited to the game. You'll be there to watch the game. And somebody lost track of them because they supposed to,
But it doesn't matter about somebody. These are people you're not supposed to have to keep tracking on.
No.
These are prospects. Don't they understand their prospects? Do they know how much money they're worth? And now they can get paid in college?
It's a sad indictment of our society. This is where we are now. Parents have just lost control. You saw what happened there in Vegas, that situation with the young boy got killed by 15 kids, trying to protect his friend.
Oh my God!
They threw the friend in the trash can, and he's sitting there trying to help protect him, and they end up killing him. And people, it's on videotape, they put it on live stream, people dancing and laughing as it's going on.
That's crazy.
We're a broken society.
The world we live in
it's horrendous. And I mean, we're seeing it from every level, from Congress to, like I said, sports, and to just everyday life. And
that's why, I stay to myself.
Yeah.
With the wife, and we got to think about happy and better things, because the world, man, come on, we got to all come together, man.
We got to all come together. I mean,
be on one page at least.
Yeah.
You can think the way you want to think.
Yeah.
Me and you don't agree on a lot.
A whole lot. A whole lot.
But I respect your opinion about it.
Absolutely.
And I don't care how you feel about it. Like, okay, that's how you feel. That's how I feel.
And then we move on.
Exactly.
But this is not where we are in society now. So, I mean, thank God for sports. I don't know what I'd do. If they took sports away from me, I don't know where I would go. Because, I mean, I'm like, the world's crazy around me, but I'm going to go home, turn on my cable TV, turn on my, this and that.
And block everything else.
Everything out. That's it.
Shout out to Lamont Mahalia. He said, "Go Birds."
Go Birds.
That's an Eagle fan right there.
Well, we're going to talk about they moved up to number 1.
Hey, they've been number 1 to me. They've been number 1.
Okay, well, we'll discuss that.
He needed a little, a little something else to show him, but they've been number 1 to me.
Yeah, well, they definitely
and to everybody else because of their record.
Right, but they're the clear-cut number 1 now. But they got a big one this week, Monday Night Football. But we're gonna get to that.
Wait,
we're gonna get to that in a few minutes because that's gonna be the game of the year so far.
Oh yeah.
Up until next week when the Eagles play the Niners. So I mean, they got crazy schedule. But we're gonna get to that in a few minutes. Let's get back to college football. Michigan. Oh man, did you see all that whining and crying and tears they had throwing out? How we're victims because our guy was cheating and he got caught.
I saw that. I guess the coach that filled in.
Yeah, I mean, come on, that was a little way too much.
But
I understand the emotions, you know.
That's how he was feeling, man. That's how he was
but
feeling.
But come on.
Well, when things happen and you make mistakes and people just keep kicking you, I'm having that same issue in the NFL. People keep kicking me, but it's okay. It's okay. Let me dust it off. Y'all know what it is.
Oh, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that in about 3 minutes.
But, okay.
That's because we have a whole lot to say. So let's cut the college football short. Basically, this week is a quiet week for college football. There's only 2 games between ranked teams.
Did Deion play last week?
They lost again.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're done. I told you we're gonna make the bowl games.
Well, what was the score?
They lost by 3 points. It was 3.
Oh, so it was a good game.
It was a close game. Yeah, I mean close. I mean they got talent. There's no question they got talent. It's just they went too far too fast.
What's their record?
It's now what 4-6, 4-6.
Hey, that's good. That's an improvement from what they were.
Yeah, you got to win. You got to win 6 games to get a bowl game. So they need to win the last 2.
So they don't have enough games to.
No.
Okay.
They got to win the last 2, and they're not going to win the last 2.
It is what it is. Sir.
It is what it is. But next year. But what I do want to bring up on that, though, is that he lost his first recruit. The first guy who he recruited for the class of 2024.
Yeah, you brought that up.
Yeah, he decided he's going to take his talents elsewhere. So he put himself back in the transfer portal.
He stood on that. He was like, okay, I'm out of here.
Well, it's not official because what happens now, the NFL, I mean, what smart college has done now is they give guys a chance. They can go into the portal. If they don't like what they see, they can decide to stay where they were going to go. But
they give the people to come and talk to them a chance to, smooth it over.
Smooth it over. So, but the way he was talking was, well, I want to thank Mr. Sanders for the opportunity, blah, blah, blah. That means.
Now, I want to ask you a question, something I'm not unclear on. Yeah. With the new deals and people being able to get money, are colleges able to pad their pockets?
Oh, they're padding the pockets big time.
I mean, that's been going on. But I'm talking about now, is it like this person, can he be persuaded to stay?
Oh, absolutely.
And it be legal?
Well, I mean, what colleges are doing now is that they have contracts with these big deals. Like, for instance, like Maryland with Under Armour, Oregon with Nike.
Yeah, well, the Oregon thing, that person went to the school.
Right.
So he hooked them up before all this even went down.
Exactly. So, I mean.
They had a different uniform for every game, right?
Oh, they had a whole different uniform, different shoes, too.
That's a hell of an alumni right there.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he is Oregon. You take him away. And speaking of Oregon, so Oregon next year is going to go on to the Big Ten. That's going to be one crazy conference next year.
It's going to be good.
Oregon, Washington, USC, and
yes,
UCLA,
sir.
All up against Michigan, Ohio State.
Yes, sir. It's going to be good.
It's going to be good. So I'm excited to see what's going to determine that. But that's going to really bring the money out because now Oregons and Washingtons can recruit in the Midwest. They can recruit in the East. And still, guys are like, hey, I want to play close to home. Hey, come to Oregon. You can still play Michigan. You can still play Ohio State. So it's going to be crazy. But I kind of digressed a little bit. So let me get into this top 5. Washington, number 5. Florida State, number 4. Ohio State, number 3. Michigan, number 2. And Georgia, number 1.
Yes, sir.
So next week's going to be the big games. That's when we get those Michigan, Ohio State games, and we get, kind of clear things out a little bit.
I like the way they got it set up. Like when the holidays get around, it's like big games that you have you peeled to the TV.
Oh, it's going to be, Next week's a good week. The weather's getting a little bad, getting a little chilly outside.
A little rain, we get a little mud on the uniform.
A little snow in some places. Yeah, stay inside, just watching sports and have a great time.
Time to fire that old fireplace up.
Start the old fireplace up, get your food ready, and enjoy some great sports. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited. But so we're going to talk a little more about college football next week because that's when we get the big matchups. Let's get right into the NFL because I think somebody has something to say. And I'm gonna keep quiet for a few minutes.
Oh! You giving me the floor?
I'm gonna give you the floor on this one because you know how I feel, and so it's time for you to come out and come clean.
Well, before we end the college football, Lamont said them Georgia Eagles is number 1.
Georgia Eagles. Oh my goodness. Yeah, hey,
I guess since being Eagle fan, he
yeah,
just love to say Eagles.
Eagles. It's okay. Yeah, Georgia is number one. They're the team to beat, and so we're gonna get to the Eagles. I got some things to say about the Eagles.
A
So
whole lot to say
a whole
about the
lot to say
Eagles.
about the Eagles. So yeah, but I think Packard has something to say first. I'm gonna pass the floor to him
Oh,
because
thank you.
whew,
You know what? Let me put the camera on me for a
yeah,
second,
please the camera on
because
you, please.
I have a couple things to say, and
What this is the what kind of report is this? You got to tell what kind of report this
well,
is first.
before I even get to the report,
Woo.
I got a little something on my chest. A
All
little
right.
something on my chest. I know I see somebody saying something, and I'm gonna address you, but let me get this off my chest, because I've been getting a lot of flack from Star Status, 49er faithful, some members. I won't say the whole squad. Star Status, 49er faithful, and just good fun, good in general people all overall. But um, let me explain something. Uh, we have a brand new everything. I've already said that. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I need to give a message to my owner, Mr. Temper. Mr. Temper, it's your money. You're making the decisions. You're doing what you want to do, and it's all fine and dandy. But please listen to the fan base. Listen to the fan base. We had a wonderful end of the year last season. We was only one game out of the playoffs. Mr. Steve Wilkes was overlooked for the job. Now, I'm not going to question your decision making. You know, our record wasn't decent. But for him, it was above average. From the time he took over from Matt Rule's disaster. And I don't know what's going on, or what's the thinking like, but I just wanted to, put things in a little bit of perspective. And Mr. Temper, Frank, I believe he has a chip on his shoulder. Maybe you wanted Bryce and he wanted Stroud. The feeling is coming off a little sway, because not only did we get rid of the farm for Bryce Young, now we have him. We know that he is an elite player and an elite athlete. Let him build on that. Now, right now, he's not ready. What he needs to be do is he needs to be we now understandably we put the farm on this man. He needs to be backed up before he gets an injury. He doesn't have what he needs around him. This is a message for Mr. Temper. I'm gonna have this cut and sent to you, sir. He needs stuff put around him, as in weapons. I'm not going to put this all on my front line, because Bryce is a brand new quarterback. So therefore, they know that he's learning the NFL systems and how to throw back shoulder passes and things of this sort. So defenses are able to key in and exploit the offensive line. So I'm not going to put it all on the offensive line like some people would like to do. But Mr. Temper, Frank, the decision making, you know, Bryce Young should be deactivated. Andy Dalton should be put in until we get some more weapons at the end of the year, shore up the line a little bit more, and handle things the way appropriately. You don't keep your best asset in the game after you gave up the farm. I mean, literally, if we knew we were going for the number one pick, we should have DJ Moore or the best running back in football, Christian McCaffrey. But some decision from some upper up in office decided on this. So now we have to lay with it. Now, we're gonna I'm gonna cut off from Mr. Temper, and now we're gonna get into the Cali Cat Pack report.
All right.
Now, Carolina fans, Cali Cat Pack, Roaring Riot, Panther Nation, Panther fans everywhere. I'm gonna need y'all to relax. Take a load off. We've had seasons like this. It's hard. It's hard because we just came from Matt Rule, so we expected so much more. But you saw the team get gutted by poor decisions in the beginning. But I want to give you some hope, a little bit of hope, and a little bit of inspiration to give our rookie more of the love that he needs. He needs it, because you see the coach he's dealing with is not giving him the support that he needs. and he hasn't even sat him down to let him call plays, let him learn the plays while you let Andy Dalton go in there and take the lumps. Andy Dalton, he's been there. He knows the windows, the short windows. We don't even have a player that stretches plays. But for those naysayers and those people that think Bryce Young is a bust, which he's not, he's the man. He will be the man. He just takes a little more time. Let me give you some hard facts. Mr. Brett Favre was picked number 33 in the draft. He has one Super Bowl. His first year, he only played two games. He was 1-1.
1-1.
Aaron Rodgers, he was picked number 24. His passer rating was 39.8. His first season, he was 65 yards, one interception. He only played 3 games. He only had 65 yards in 3 games. 39.8 passer rating, pick number 24. He has a Super Bowl.
Yes.
Bryce Young's done better than that. Phillip Rivers, he was picked 4 in the draft. His passer rating was 110.9. His first year, 33 yards, 1 touchdown, in 2 games. No Super Bowls, but he was the man his whole season, his whole career.
Yes.
Matt Ryan, which went to the Super Bowl, he was picked 3rd in the draft, 2008. He went 11-5, 3,440 yards, 11 interceptions in 16 games. No Super Bowls, but he was the man his first season. He was the man, 11-5. Oh, another 3rd pick, Mr. Joe Montana. 81.8 passer rating, 96 yards in his first season, 1 touchdown in 16 games. Joe Montana, Mr. 4-time Super Bowl champion. Joe Montana, picked 3rd. First year, 16 games, he threw 1 touchdown. Only 96 yards in 16 games. Get off Bryce's back. Oh, let me get to the GOAT. The GOAT of GOATs, Mr. Tom Brady. Passer rating 42.4. And he only played 1 game, so he had time to learn the speed of the NFL, sit behind somebody, see the plays, see what should be done and what should not be done. He only had 6 yards in 1 game. 6 yards in 1 game. 42.4 passer rating. That's the GOAT. He was picked 199 in the draft. Mr. Patrick Mahomes. Let me speed this up. He was picked number 10. His first game, only game, because he was mentored. He got to see the speed of the game. He got nurtured the way a quarterback should be. 76.4, 284 yards in 1 game and 1 interception. His first game, only game, rookie season. And the man of man, the man is supposed to be considered the best of the best. Mr. Dan Marino. First season, rookie honors, 20 touchdowns. He went 14-2. He had a division crown. His passer rating was 96.0. No Super Bowls. None. But he was the man his first season. So I don't want to hear about how another rookie is doing. I'm not going to put any rookies down because they're supposed to do what they do. Do what they do. Now, let me tell you what Bryce Young is right now. And he's missed 1 game due to injury in his rookie season. His passer rating is 75.9. He's already threw for 1,560 yards. He has 8 touchdowns and 7 interceptions in 9 games. Mr. 2023, exceptional. But you know what? I don't want to end it right there. This is the Cali Cat Pack report. I wanted to tell you about some company that he's keeping. Now, that's Bryce Young. Right now, he still has games to go, but I wish he would be deactivated. So, therefore, he can learn the speed of the game and be nurtured and call plays to Andy Dalton. So, he'll know what to do in certain situations. Let's go to only first-round draft picks. Eli Manning. His first season, he played 9 games. His passer rating was 55.4. Bryce Young is 75.9. He's only played 9 games. Eli Manning played 9 games. He was 55.4. He threw for 1,000 yards and 43 yards. He had 1,043 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. Interesting. Let's go to Alex Smith. He was picked number 1 overall. His first year, his passer rating was 40.8. He threw for 875 yards, 1 touchdown, 11 interceptions in 9 games. No Super Bowls. If you want to hear about Eli Manning got a couple Super Bowls. Number 1 overall. Oh, let's go to another number 1 overall. You might know this name, Mr. Terry Bradshaw. Guess what his passer rating was? His first season, 30.4. He threw for 1,410 yards. He had 6 touchdowns, 24 interceptions in 13 games. Get off Bryce Young's back. And for those fair weather fans that, oh, he's this, he's that, he's just fine. He got that arm strength, and he drops dimes. Bryce Young is our man. Let's go. You know what? I'm not finished. Let's go to John Elway, drafted number 1 overall. 54.9 passer rating, 7 touchdowns, 14 interceptions in 11 games. He won 2 Super Bowl rings, but he was trash his first season. Oh, it's okay. 2 Super Bowls. You know what? To Warren Moon. How many Super Bowls did Warren Moon have, Steve?
None.
No. I think he got 1. No?
I wish he did. I was a Warren Moon fan. I wish he did have a Super Bowl.
He was 3-13, 76.9, 3,338 yards, 12 TDs, and 14 interceptions. He only played 3 games.
Yeah.
But star status to the people that's been getting at me in my DMs, because I'm critical of Dak Prescott. You had a certain quarterback of the name of Troy Aikman. He was drafted number 1 overall. And if you Google it, their exact words was he was thrown to the wolves his first season. His passer rating was 55.7, 0 and 11. He threw for 1,749 yards. He had 9 touchdowns and 18 interceptions. Now, the Cowboys that year he came out, they were 1-15. No help to Mr. Troy Aikman, but guess what? He's a back-to-back Super Bowl champion. He got 3 for the Cowboys. 3 for the Cowboys. Troy Aikman. Trash first season. If you want to consider it that. No, that's called Bruce and Bumps. Bryce Young. Let me read him again before I stop my little rant and let Steve come in. Number 1 overall, passer rating 75.9, 1,560 yards, 8 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, drafted number 1 overall. He's only played 9 games, people. Relax. I said 3 years. Next year will be the second year because, my team got traded Magic Beans for Christian McCaffrey, and we gave up our number 1 wide receiver, which we don't have one. No knock on anybody on the team because it's not your fault. We need a breakaway wide receiver, and it will open up Terrence Marshall Jr. He's a great talent. I don't want him to go anywhere, but I think we're going to lose him because of Frank. His decision making. Bryce Young needs to be deactivated. Andy Dalton needs to be put in. Bryce Young needs to be right there next to the signal caller, learning the plays, learning the calls. And I'm done. I want to get into this because I know people don't want to hear me just talk about this, but I had to get that off my chest because I have a lot of naysayers, talking all that stuff. Talk what you want to talk. We going to be the team to beat in 3 years, sir. Ma'am.
I love your
whoever
passion.
you are.
Yeah.
Now,
I love that passion.
That's the Cali Cat Pack report.
That was beautiful.
You can quote me on that. Now,
go ahead. That was beautiful. And now I'm gonna tell you this much. I kept very quiet on that. I just said I want you to get off your chest. I know it's been building for weeks and weeks.
Building.
I know it's been building. Now everything you said, I love the fact that you finally have come clean and admitted to the fact that I was right from the very start. I love that.
I never said you was wrong. But I'm a organization guy.
Yeah,
I'm an organization guy where I can't argue with them.
No, but here's your problem with all the arguments that you made. Everything you said was exactly true.
Okay.
Yeah, you made a lot of great points.
All right.
The only difference and the reason why Bryce Young sticks out from all those other quarterbacks is that your organization traded away your future to get him.
I said that.
So all those other guys,
they traded away for Magic Beans.
Yeah,
we got nothing for it.
Nothing. So all those other guys, when you mentioned about Troy Aikman, remember Troy Aikman was a benefit of the Herschel Walker trade when the Vikings gave up like 7 draft picks to the Cowboys to get Herschel Walker. Those draft picks ended up being Michael Irvin. I think the big guy for Larry Brown. They got a couple of their offensive linemen. So the Panthers have nothing to look forward to because you guys have given up. You can't get free agents. What free agent is going to go?
That's why I said 3 years. We
Okay,
could have had DeAndre Hopkins. What you mean? What free agent? DeAndre Hopkins wanted to come here. Frank or the our GM,
right?
Bad decisions. I'm not against what you're saying.
So how can I trust them to make good decisions next year when they didn't do it last year?
But see, did you hear my message to Mr. Temper? The organization wasn't fired. We want Harbaugh we want them to give Harbaugh a bundle of money to come coach this team.
Well,
Frank got to go. He's not making good decisions.
Okay, so if they get a good coach, then you still got a bad GM in front office.
He's got to go also, Steve.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure Mike gonna bring his own GM with him.
So you want a clean house? Just
not clean house. The house is clean already, Steve. It can't get no cleaner. We got to clean the front house.
What I'm saying. When I say clean house, I mean clean house. Your front. I'm talking about the top. Yeah, you guys got nobody to trade. There's nobody.
We got plenty of people to trade.
Who?
People want Burns. People want a bunch of pieces. We have Horn. Okay. Shut down Corn. We got pieces to trade. Do we want to trade them? No.
But that's your problem. Is that the few players that you got to trade, you can't afford to trade. And so right now,
that's why I said 3 years, Steve. Because now, if they would have did it right, we would be getting Marvin Harrison Jr. We would have him with this record that we have.
Right. But now
they did it right.
But now you got to hope for something, a flash of lightning in the 3rd or 4th round. That's your best hope.
Well, that's what we're going after. But I said 3 years. That means
it's going to be 5 years. It's a 5-year plan.
No, I said 3.
No.
Well,
you're the eternal optimist. I'm the realist.
Hey, well,
there's no way in 3 years you guys are going to be. At best, you might be a fringe wild card team.
You have fun with that because if we get a good coach in here, a strategic coach, we would go grab something great in the first round the next year, not this year coming, but the next year,
right?
And that piece will be somebody that we can get pieces for,
okay,
or who? Free agency.
But that's my whole point. What free agent is going to want to play for this organization, given what you guys have just done?
That's the whole point of going out and getting a coach that attracts people, and you have a hell of a QB.
All right, so your hope is based on maybe you guys can get a good coach. That's your hope.
Well, right now I got to see what the owner's going to do. I'm wondering why Frank hasn't been fired already.
Oh, I've been wondering that. I would have had him fired.
Shout out to James Johnson. Johnson. He said Mike is in the building. Shout out to 7 Canvases, Art and Decor. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, they said talk about defending your QB.
Yeah. He defended. I mean, it was passionate. I mean, I could feel the pain you were going through.
Well, the whole thing was pointing out just because a QB gets bumps and bruises his first season,
right?
And he's not looking great at all.
Oh, that
was the whole point.
But let's get something clear though. Let's because I mean I love your passion you have for your guy, but there's no way he should be outplayed by Tyson Bagent on Thursday Night Football.
Well,
you cannot get outplayed by.
I'm pretty sure we can go back to when Troy Aikman was 0-11.
No.
Yes. I'm pretty sure. Troy 3-time Super Bowl champion. I'm pretty sure we can go back to him playing somebody that somebody else had an opinion about him not being able to beat. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure that too. But I as a quarterback, you cannot be outplayed by an unsigned free agent journeyman from a Division II school when you are a Heisman Trophy winner and the number 1 pick of the draft. It can't happen. Look, you can lose a game. It's one thing to lose a game, but you can't be outplayed by a journeyman quarterback who is also a rookie. And let's keep it real. Badgett has 2 wins with the Bears. Bryce Young has 1.
Okay.
Think about that.
All right.
And it's not like Badgett's playing with great talent around him.
What team does he play for?
He plays for Chicago Bears, who have, I think, 3 wins now. 2 of them, Badgett led them to.
And they don't have great talent around them?
Not great. They have DJ Moore, yeah.
Yeah, that's great talent around him.
Who should be with the Panthers.
Christian McCaffrey should be with the Panthers.
I agree.
You're preaching to the choir, but
I'm saying
what I'm saying, you're making my point even better.
No,
but yes, you are, because the person who doesn't have people around him
right.
is Bryce Young, sir.
I agree with you on that. But that's not the argument. The argument, though, is that Bryce Young still got to outplay. Listen to me. I don't care who you have around you. Great players make their players great. Bryce Young is not a great player. You can't bring that argument to me. Nothing I've seen this year shows he's a great player.
Just like
he may turn to a great player, but he's not a great player now.
I agree. Troy Aikman, 3-time Super Bowl champion.
Okay, but you can bring up.
No, he wasn't a great player, Steve.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Trust me. I remember those Cowboy games. I watched the Cowboys then. Troy Aikman, you could not sit there and say Troy Aikman stunk it up. Bryce Young, we can say that.
Let me go back because
to the stats.
Because Steve had a blank out.
I remember
55.7.
1990. I watched those Cowboy games. Yes. I remember.
He only had 1,749 yards, Steve. He had 18 interceptions, 9 touchdowns.
Who was their running back?
He was
yes,
horrible.
It matters. They had Emmitt Smith.
Oh, wait a minute. He had Emmitt Smith and they still lost as many games?
Yes.
I rest my case. He can say what he want to say. Bryce Young doesn't have an Emmitt Smith.
I'm agreeing with you on that. We agree on that point. Well, that doesn't mean that.
You know what? Let's open these phone lines.
Open the phone lines, please.
We got to open these phone lines because it's
you
remarkable.
Can't sit here and talk to me and tell me that Bryce Young has so much less talent than C.J. Stroud. That C.J. Stroud right now is going to be not just the rookie of the year, but he's also going to be possible MVP of the year. You can't look at the Texans and tell me their talent is so much greater than Bryce Young's.
I'm not like I said when I was doing my rant. I'm not putting down any of the prospects because they're prospects. What I'm saying is Bryce Young.
Who is the better quarterback now, C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young?
Yes, but there was
who is the better quarterback now, C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young?
C.J. Stroud.
Okay, point closed.
Before we drafted, I said. We can go back. You can go back and look at our video.
Okay, so
I said C.J. Stroud when he came out, before he was even drafted, before this argument. So what you're saying, what does it mean?
It means that C.J. Stroud is a better quarterback.
I said that before he got drafted.
So why are we defending?
I said that.
So why are you defending Bryce Young? I'm not
defending Bryce Young.
That's all you've been doing.
You didn't understand. You didn't understand the rant. The rant was that he's going to be fine,
right?
Regardless of him not being good this season.
I'm agreeing with you on that.
That's all it was.
I told you from preseason that he should sit on the bench.
Well,
you can go back to every show on the preseason, and I didn't
disagree with you.
Yes,
I didn't disagree with you. But what I said was C.J. Stroud is ready to go right now. Bryce Young needs time.
He's a project.
He needs exactly.
Okay, but that's my argument from the start.
It's not an argument because I've already agreed to that.
But you're saying it's a 3-year plan. It's not. How can it be a 3-year plan with a project?
It is a 3-year plan.
Aaron Rodgers took 4 to 5 years before he even got on the field.
Okay.
You're going to sit here now and tell me that Bryce Young is better than Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers and Bryce Young is not in the same category. Because Aaron Rodgers wasn't picked number 1 overall.
Exactly.
Aaron Rodgers got to sit on the bench and got to see the speed of the NFL.
I agree.
Don't compare somebody that's getting thrown to the wolves.
Okay.
I only compare somebody that got thrown to the wolves, which was Troy Aikman.
But that's only because your organization is crap. The Packers were smart. They said we're not going to sit there and throw this guy out there.
I said that also.
Okay.
You're not saying that's something I haven't said.
Okay, but
we're in agreement.
In a way.
No.
In a way, we're in agreement.
Well,
we agree about your organization. We don't agree about the fact that right now Bryce Young got to step it up.
No, Bryce Young needs to be deactivated.
No, he needs to be deactivated, but he's not.
He needs to be deactivated before he gets hurt. We need some weapons.
Okay, but
Bryce Young doesn't have an Emmitt Smith in the backfield and still go 0-11.
Okay, but
without an Emmitt Smith, Bryce Young got 1 game.
Okay, but the bottom line,
without an Emmitt Smith.
Okay, but the bottom line is that he's not being deactivated. So when he's on the field, he got to get the job done. I mean, that's just you can't just sit up there and say, "Well, I don't have talent, so I'm not."
I hear what you're saying, but the talent is not up to par for him to get the job done. Well, not with the way his skill set is at right now. Okay. He needs a little more time. Like I said before we drafted him.
Yeah, agree.
I agree too.
Okay, so we're on the same page with that, but the bottom line still is going to be these last games of the year.
We're gonna see what
We
happens.
want to see what happens.
Because I'm
You guys got the Cowboys this week. Woo!
Why'd you bring that up?
You know, I've been waiting for that. Come on now.
You know, in other news,
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead, because you know,
Oh.
to those tuning in, please like, subscribe, and share. And if you missed my rant, go back and check it out.
Oh,
We just had a little hot speech. You know, Steve likes to kick a person.
I do like to kick him down. What is it?
I'm down, so you know you're kicking me. Everybody, I get it. But Bryce Young, no matter what, I want Bryce Young to know, Panther Nation, Cali Capac, Roaring Riot, we got your back. You our boy. Don't worry about what these haters got to say, man. Woo. Dust them off. Haters is going to hate. You know what I'm saying? You a player. So go ahead and play. Go ahead, Steve. Let's kick it off, man.
Well, we might have one trade even worse than the Panthers trade last year.
Uh-oh.
They're going to hit the button on this one. Deshaun Watson.
Oh, my goodness. What is going on?
Now, for those who don't know, Deshaun Watson, who was traded from the Texans to the Browns for 3 first-round picks, a third and a fifth.
Ooh.
That's even worse than the Panther trade. The Texans are going to get 3 first-round picks from Deshaun Watson.
Oh my goodness! And how much money?
Is it 280 million? I
think it's 260.
Yeah, guaranteed. He's decided this week in the middle of he could announce it on Monday or Tuesday. He had to wait till Wednesday morning to announce that he's out for the year with his shoulder. He's going to have shoulder surgery.
Season ending.
So I'll wake up this morning.
Season
ending surgery. So I'll wake up this morning. First thing comes to my thing is Deshaun Watson out for the season with shoulder surgery. I said, oh my God, what am I going to do? I got him on 7 teams. So
you know what? I'm in a lot of fantasy. You the person that stolen from me.
Yeah, well.
Because you saw me going after him.
Now, here was the amazing thing. So I'm panicking now. I said, oh my God, I got to get rid of this guy quick. In like 3 leagues, I was able to get Sam Howell. In like 1 league, I was able to get C.J. Stroud. In one of your leagues, C.J. Stroud was on the bench, on the waivers.
Wow. It must be a league that I got Patrick Mahomes in. Because I didn't even look for that.
C.J. Stroud, I picked him up today. I was shocked. I said, C.J. Stroud. I was hitting the button. You know, I mean, hit the button so fast that you make sure you didn't hit
and
the
you got him
button.
Immediately, too.
Got him immediately. Oh, yeah. Because it was Wednesday.
Yeah, it's waiver wire Wednesday.
Waiver wire Wednesday. So I was like,
that was a nice day.
7 8 in the morning. Got C.J. Stroud, and then I got what's his name, Howell, in like 3 leagues. And so I didn't feel so bad about Watson, but yeah, that was a hurt. I got him as my number 1 in like 5 leagues, and so
dang,
yeah.
I have him too, but I got some decent backup. See, I'm still a Matthew Stafford faithful, so don't worry.
Oh well,
he's back.
Is he back this week?
He's back.
Okay, he's gonna be back this week. Well, let's see. But the Rams got a big one this week too.
Excuse me, people.
They playing the Seahawks. So that's a must win for the Rams if they want to have any.
I'm calling it a 60-40 game.
Yeah, 60-40. But it was in LA, so I mean, they might have a chance. So we'll see. But there's some big games this week. You want to get into the game? You want to talk about some of these big matchups? Because this is actually a pretty solid week of matchups.
You know, with our time being limited, I'm ready to get into them.
Let's do it. Yeah, we're going to get right to it. Thursday Night Football, finally, after that dud of a game last week, the Panthers and the Bears, they finally gave us a good game this week.
Yes.
The Bengals and the Ravens.
Yes. I'm not going to call it a dud.
It was a dud. Oh, my God, it was a dud. It was a dud. Look. It was a dud game.
I hate when I can't argue with them.
It
is what it is.
Yeah,
neither team is what it is.
Neither team was ready for prime time. Let's just say it like that. The crowd was like, "Can we get this game over?" At least now with this global warming, Chicago was at least decent 50-degree night. It wasn't like one of those 25-degree nights where people are like,
"It's gonna get there.
It's gonna get there." But right now,
it's gonna get there.
It's still pretty warm in Chicago for that city, so they were not too bad. But yeah. Anyway, Bengals Ravens. Who do you got?
I'm gonna take the Ravens.
Yeah.
What's going on over there?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Bengals. Did they look?
It's like a flu going on. I think maybe it's the vaccinations that did this to them. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, Steve.
Well, the Ravens were cruising to a win last week, and then all of a sudden, yeah, they just crashed in the fourth quarter. And
what happened?
One of the worst interceptions I've ever seen. A guy down by his end just threw the ball right to the guy for a pick six. And then just kind of went conservative, gave the ball back to Deshaun Watson, who looked pretty good to me, leading a fourth quarter comeback, but I guess not good enough with his shoulder. So
he ain't showed up since he got to this team.
Yeah,
we saw some flashes.
Yeah, he saw some
flashes, but he ain't been the same man he was in Texas.
He's not the same man for sure.
That's what I'm saying. It's something. It's something. I
don't know.
What's going on?
I guess that guaranteed money just tells you, hey,
right,
we good.
But at least Russell Wilson he got his name back. He's not RW anymore.
Let me talk about that. See, I'm glad you brought that. I was going to skip on that, but
no, I got to talk about that.
Who was the only person who took the Broncos to win on Monday Night Football last week? Everybody else in the office, and speaking of office football pool, yeah.
Is that where you wanted to go with it?
Yeah, office football pool. Who went 11-3 last week? Guys, if you go with my picks, guys, you can win some money. I'm gonna give you guys
there he goes.
I'm gonna give you guys some money. I went 11-3 again last week.
Hey, congratulations.
And the two of the three losses were one of those fluke losses.
I didn't want to blow the whistle. I wanted to give you an applause.
Yeah, I think I deserve the applause.
You need to do that patted on the back.
Because I told you last week why the Broncos were beat the Bills. Something's going on with Josh Allen. He looks like a deer for somebody who's in his fourth or fifth year of starting. He looks totally confused. Like, I don't know what's going on.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a QB sickness going on. That's why we're on Thursday night. We're talking about Cincinnati in Baltimore. Joe Burrow has that same thing going on.
No, not to the extent of Josh Allen.
Not to the same extent, but he's not playing at 100%.
No, he's not playing 100%. No, he's not playing 100% for sure. But Josh Allen, Joe Burrow don't look lost. He don't look like, I've never played this game before. What's going on, Coach? Why are you putting me? You might have to start thinking about benching Josh Allen at some point if he keeps it up.
My goodness.
He's totally going to destroy their season. They now might not make the playoffs.
Does he know how far up I picked him in fantasy football?
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to go knock on his door.
And he's putting up. If you look at his numbers look pretty solid, but those 11 interceptions, and they're bad interceptions. It's not like interceptions that are kind of
in a window, not a glancing off somebody's hand.
Yeah,
he's throwing the ball directly to the person.
Directly to the guy, are making passes that, like, the guy's triple team.
A couple times I had to be like, is he getting paid? What's going on?
Yeah, it's some questions there. I don't know.
For me, it's like they playing like Dak Prescott.
Yeah, they're playing the Jets this week. I don't know if I can take the Bills. I might have to take the Jets on the road. It's that bad with them, and that's saying something because the Jets are bad.
We're gonna call it a QB sickness going around.
QB sickness going around. But so we digress. So we both got the Ravens,
and now we at
Steelers Browns. Now without Deshaun Watson, we got a PJ Watson sighting. You know who he is.
He's been looking decent, but I'm gonna go ahead and take the Pittsburgh because they got a real coach over there. Yeah. And I don't care what anybody says about him. A lot of Pittsburgh people don't like him, but he's been solid. Yeah. Solid like a rock.
Yeah, they're quietly 6-2. The AFC Central. I'm going to call them the AFC Central. I'm old school. AFC North.
Right.
All four teams are above 500. They're the only division in football where all four teams are above 500.
Let's give it for them.
Yeah. The Steelers are a quiet 6-3. So
that's coaching.
Yeah, it's coaching.
That team is not that great.
No, it's not.
But that's coaching right there. That man is playing chess, not checkers. I gotta go with Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
I gotta go with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I hate to go with Pittsburgh too, but I'm gonna go with him as well. Yeah, I just PJ Watson. Don't get me wrong. He's the kind of guy who can get the job done, and that defense is fierce. But I think Steelers can find a way. Oh, another big one. We got the much improved Raiders against the Miami Dolphins.
Wait a minute, you went all the way to evening games.
Raiders Dolphins.
Yeah, that's an evening game. No, you're right.
No, they moved it. It was early game. They moved it up. It was moved up to the 10 a.m. slot.
Okay.
So we got Tua versus the improved Raiders with Aiden O'Connell.
I want to take the Raiders bad.
Yeah,
I want to take them. Yeah, I do.
Why?
I do.
Against the Dolphins?
Man, when teams play with heart, man, that's when you hear about the any given Sunday. Yeah. And the Raiders, they haven't showed up in so long. They liking how it feels. And the Raiders do have a good squad out there. And however you talk about that rookie, he's looking decent.
Nah,
He's looking decent.
yeah,
And they got a running back.
he's looking decent, but Dolphins had 2 weeks to prepare. They're gonna roll all over the Raiders. But then I think Pierce is gonna have them ready to play, though. I think the Raiders are gonna give him a game.
I think it's gonna be a tight game.
It's gonna be a tight game.
I think it's gonna be a tight game.
It could be a good game, but I think the Dolphins will win. I think they're gonna.
It's gonna be in Miami.
It's in Miami.
And a couple weeks ago I was in Miami.
Good fans.
Those fans, they some good fans.
Yeah, good fans.
I feel sorry for Raiders is coming to town. The Raiders, batting all down on the hatches.
Yeah, they might get beat up. they might get beat up.
No, they're gonna be in Miami though.
The Raider fans don't care.
Raider
fans travel and they don't care. They're gonna fight no matter what.
That beach patrol ain't gonna go for it. You better not fight in that casino stadium.
Yeah, well, all right, we'll see. I'm
gonna take the Dolphins.
You got Dolphins. All right.
You know what? No. Wait a minute. You know what? I did pick them on my money card, but right here I'm gonna take the Raiders because I'm gonna go with heart this week. Okay. I'm gonna go with heart. Now I know I should be picking the Dolphins, but
it's a whole lot of heart.
I'm going with heart.
All right.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
I'm going
Raiders.
I'm going with my only good quarterback I got now, Tua. So
hey, well, I know why you going. You got him in fantasy football.
I got fantasy. Almost all my fantasy teams I got Tua, so I need him to be strong. At least 3 or 4 touchdown passes.
Well, so you don't kick me. You might as well kick me now. We're gonna go down to the Carolina, where the Cowboys coming to town to play Carolina.
See, I wasn't going to kick you on that one.
Yes, you were, Steve. I just did a beautiful rant, getting my fan base to get their hands out their butt, so they can do something. And you kick me, and you put on your wingtips when you kick me. You did that.
Well, I mean,
you did that, Steve.
Let's be honest. You've lost about 7 games this year because you picked the Panthers in your office football pool. You'd be 7 games better if you would have just gone with common sense over your heart.
You know what? And I'm glad you pointed that out to people.
Yeah. Is this the first week where you're going to go with the common sense and take the Cowboys? The game's in Carolina.
I'm going to let you pick first.
I take the Cowboys. I hate the Cowboys, but there's nothing I've seen with the Panthers that tells me they're going to win possibly one game. They might win one more game this year. 2-15.
It hurts.
Unless Andy Dalton gets in there.
It hurts. Shout out to everybody watching on Facebook, and shout out to everybody watching on YouTube.
Did you ever turn the phone on this week?
I turned the phone on, but I think they like what we're talking about.
Right.
We'll turn the phone back on next week. To let them call in,
because somebody has to be disgusted like I am about the fact that you're trying to compare Bryce Young with Trey Aikman and all these other guys who were in better situations.
I'll turn the phone line back on next week,
all right,
and we'll see what's going on.
Are you going to take the Cowboys? Yes.
America, no, I'm not taking the Cowboys.
Listen, America needs to know. Are you going to take the Cowboys or are you going to take the Panthers?
I can't take them.
Yes, you got it. You got it. Come on now. Look, be like me. Know when your team is defeated. I got no problem going against the Commanders.
Look. And I'm going to say this from the bottom of my heart. My team is playing like hot garbage.
Oh, yeah.
But guess what? We're going to play this game on Sunday, right, Steve?
That's on Sunday.
And I'm going to go with an old proverb from football. Any given Sunday, Steve.
Okay.
I'm taking Carolina. Cali Cat Pack, Roar Riot, Panther Nation. Stand up.
One more loss. All right. One more
loss. Hey, man.
You
know what? If it wasn't the Cowboys, maybe I would have said, but I can't do that, man.
I hate the Cowboys with a passion greater than anything imaginable. I've been criticizing the Cowboys for years now.
It's just not in me. You know what? Y'all can kick me all you want to. I'm a diehard Carolina fan. I'm going with Carolina. I'm not going to put no money on it.
Yeah.
No, but I'm going with Carolina.
Don't put no money on it.
I'm not asking y'all to put no money on it either. Period.
Now keep in mind the Cowboys just came off a 49-17 drubbing of the Giants. And the Giants are a better team than the Panthers. And that's saying something because the Giants are horrible too. So yeah. Anyway.
Oh, see I'm talking about wing tips. And he got the little tappers like he could tap dance. He just kicked me on my side with it.
Listen, man, and
any chance he get.
And they got Danny DeVito quarterbacking for him. I think his name is Tommy DeVito, but I call him Danny DeVito because he might as well be Danny DeVito. He's just
DeVito
off.
plays for who?
The Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got awful.
And All right, so
All right, so I got the Cowboys. You got the Panthers.
yes, Bears going to play the Lions in Detroit.
Oh, Lions. Lions look real good against
Hands down,
Chargers.
and that's a team that you need to pick
Yeah,
for if you play the Cards and if you're going to Vegas, take the Lions.
Take the Lions for sure.
Take the Lions. Chargers at the Packers.
Chargers at the Packers. This should be an easy game. You would think common sense would tell you just take the Chargers,
Yep.
but with that coach for the Chargers,
Yep.
you don't know what to expect from him.
And that's now you understand when we're talking about a different team.
Oh, I agree with look, we
Carolina,
agree.
that's what we're going through.
We agree with you on that. No one's arguing I loved your argument. I told you that. I told you your argument was well placed and well spoken, but I just said you still got to hold the quarterback accountable, even with all that.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
All right, I got the Chargers too, even with the bad coach.
Now this is interesting. Cards,
Yeah,
play the Texans. I'm smelling the upset.
Ooh.
I'm thinking that Cardinal fresh leg quarterback is going to be using them legs a lot in this game, and they got their running back off IR also.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the Cardinals for the upset.
Hey, if you're taking the Cardinals, I did like how Kyler Murray looked, but CJ Stroud's a different beast.
Yeah.
He's playing on a different level right now. Though, if you guys watched what he did against the last game on Sunday, he's at a different level now, and he's clicking with these wide receivers. And
yes,
so,
he is. That's very important when you click with them.
Yeah, you click with them. Go ahead.
Titans at the Jags.
This is a trap game. This is a trap of all trap games. Jags, don't know which team's going to show up. I mean, they
not at all.
Don't know what team's going to show up. It's in Jacksonville. Will Levis had a tough one last week, but I do like how his moxie.
A lot of moxie. A lot
of moxie. And this could be a game where I think our running back is going to go out this week. I'm going to take the Titans with the upset, just because I think this is going to be a game where our running back's going to go off.
They playing in Jacksonville.
It's in Jacksonville.
I'm taking the Jaguars.
Okay.
ETM is going to have a hell of a game this game.
I hope so.
Now, another game that you should pick for your pick 4, the Giants at the Commanders. I'm taking the Commanders to dominate the Giants.
Yeah, I'm taking the Commanders too, but once again, God, that coach that we have, Ron Rivera.
Oh, Ron Rivera. I kind of know him a little bit, man.
They had the Seahawks game. How is Del Rio still having a job?
Because he does just enough.
He's giving them 35 points a game.
But watch, you guys are gonna beast this game. That's what I'm telling everybody now. You got 2 games. This is the second one. Take the Washington Commanders to beat the Giants. He's going to beast this game, and those stats is going to go up. Make sure you put the running backs in for if you're playing fantasy.
Yeah,
put them in this game, and McLaurin should have a big game this game.
Yeah, he should do well. The Giants are just god awful. That team is whoosh. All right. Anyway,
the Bucks go to San Francisco to play bang bang Niner game.
Well, Baker Mayfield, he keeps him relevant, but
shout out to all the Niners that's talking right now.
Yeah, I think.
What's up, Darnell? What's up, Mike?
All right. So all you Niner fans, you guys should be able to take care of this game at home. I expect a Niner win. Yeah, I'm just going to go with the Niners. I'm not even going to try to defend. I just think the Buccaneers, there's just something off with them. They play all right.
This is pick 3.
Yeah,
take the Niners.
Take the Niners.
Take the Niners.
Yeah.
For sure. And a game you shouldn't take because you don't know who's going to show up. Jets go in there to Buffalo to play the Bills.
Yeah, this should be a slam dunk, guaranteed win for the Bills. But man, like I said, I don't like what I see out of the quarterback Allen. He just doesn't. He looks like he wants to be anywhere else around that field.
And I think you think it's something in the locker room, like
it's
like somebody messed with his girlfriend. Somebody else said that to me.
We know what it is. Stephon Diggs called him out in the offseason. Remember, Stephon Diggs was.
But they're supposed to have squashed that.
They didn't squash that. That wasn't squashed. Trust me, it wasn't squashed. If you feel that way, then you still feel that way. Based on how Allen's playing, you think Stephon Diggs is sitting there saying, "Okay, we cool now, we good." Nah, he wants to get traded. He look. he begged to go to Dallas. I mean, did you see? I mean, he had himself in a Dallas Cowboy jersey in the offseason, on posting on social media.
Wow.
He said, "I want to go play with my brother in Dallas."
Wow.
Hey, you think he still wants to be in Buffalo when he asked to go to Dallas and they didn't trade him?
Wow. No. Who you picking?
I got to go with the Bills. I mean, the Jets. Like I said, ever since your boy Aaron Rodgers,
all them decent over there.
Yeah,
it's just that quarterback has to turn the corner. We're waiting for him to turn the corner, and I believe he's going to be fine.
Well, how can he turn the corner when Aaron Rodgers is saying, "I'll be back in December"? Come on, guys, wait for me.
That's more motivation.
I'm gonna save the team.
Zach, don't worry, do your thing. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers is only gonna be around a couple more years.
All right, anyway.
Zach, do your thing.
All right, we got Seahawks, Rams.
Wait a minute, I didn't pick a pick.
Of course you did. You picked the Bills.
Yeah, he right.
How you not go the steamboat? What's that? This is a steamboat.
See, Steve, you keep that was what 2 seasons ago? Or last season?
Steve, last season.
But regardless, Steve, I didn't call them the steamboat this season. Last season, they looked like a well-oiled machine. I said that. And Steve, you see what I'm talking about, him kicking people?
Their canoe?
That's old. That's old news. He's still kicking me.
Their canoe? Or was a tugboat?
I don't know.
Was that a ferry boat?
I don't know what they are right now. We're both taking the Bills.
Yeah, we got the Bills.
Seahawks go into L.A. to play the Los Angeles Rams.
God, Seahawks came off of a good win against us. The Rams, you don't know what team. I think they're
Matthew
playing.
Stafford's back. They had a bye. He had a couple of weeks to get it together.
Yeah, but I think what's his name knows we're done for this year. Let's just go ahead and throw in the towel, get that draft pick. I got the Seahawks.
I'm taking the Rams.
All right.
Upset. I got to do something to get back in the in the
you got a whole lot. Well, you took the Panthers again, so how can you come back when you keep taking the Panthers to lose?
Shut up, Steve. Vikings go in there to play the Broncos, and guess what?
Now this is
his name is not RW anymore. His name is Russell Wilson.
Yeah, this is a tough one because Russell Wilson seems to be back, but the Vikings got this Joshua Dobbs.
Yeah, but you know that their running back is out with a concussion.
Yeah, but Joshua Dobbs.
He looks nice.
He's a running back. He's a do it all.
He's a Josh Purdy of this season.
Yeah, he's a Josh Purdy. I mean, he just looks like he just is on a whole different level.
Like Josh Purdy, Brock Purdy of this season.
Yeah, Josh Purdy don't matter. Brock Purdy.
He's Purdy.
Yeah, he's Purdy. But we're gonna get to him in a second. But
I'm taking the Vikings.
God.
I'm sticking with Dobbs, even though Russell Wilson, being Russell Wilson, having those Judy and Sutton on both sides, and a hell of a run game should dominate this up in Mile High Stadium.
Yeah, I got the Broncos. I rode the Broncos last week. I'm gonna ride them again this week. Even though don't get me wrong, I do like Joshua Dobbs.
That was the only game I seen Russell Wilson be Russell Wilson again. I'm sticking with the Vikings. Like I said, I got to go against the grain this week.
Go against the grain,
and I got to make some games up.
Got you on that. So I'm taking the Broncos, and then we got the big one of the week:
Monday Night Football. Eagles go in there to play Chiefs.
Oh my goodness, Eagles Chiefs. This is one I've been going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
I'm taking the Eagles.
You taking the Eagles? You
push all the way.
You that confident in KC?
Well,
didn't they have a bye? Didn't they have a break?
I don't care. That all they have is Kelsey. And the other wide receivers, they are iffy at best. All they got to do is double team Kelsey or triple team Kelsey, like I've been seeing teams do. And guess what? Those wide receivers is 40-60. They gonna catch the ball. It might even be less than that to some people they throw it to.
Listen, Kelsey had a beautiful weekend. Last week in Argentina, went to go see his girlfriend. He's feeling good about himself.
Look, there you go with a Taylor Swift plug.
Look, I'm just saying, he's feeling good about himself. He had a week off to recover. I think Casey's going to come out and show out. So I got the Chiefs. You got the Eagles. I got the Chiefs.
I'm taking the Eagles to do what they do.
All right.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
All right. All right, then. So that's it. Well, do you want to close out? We got a minute or two left. Good time.
It's not really much to say. You know, what I wanted to stick out was I wanted to give another message to Mr. Cam Newton.
Yo,
This
man.
message, and I'm gonna send this directly to his inbox.
Cam.
I'm gonna cut this and send it to his inbox. Because you're a hater. Let me take you off and put me on.
All right.
Cam Newton, dude. I understand you rich already. You got it going already. Man, humble yourself. And if it's not for nobody else, for your true fans, let these fools know that you still got it, that you got it. It ain't nothing ever changed. Give us 2 good seasons, or I'll even take 1 good season and just shut it down for them and go ahead and do your podcast or whatever. Take whatever money these people going to give you, man, and come and show out. Let them know the genetic freak that you are and the man that you are. And that's to Mr. Cam Newton.
Cam said, I can't play for less than $5 million.
Hey.
He said, I can't do it.
Hey.
He said, I got an 8th child to free. I got an 8th child on the way. 8.
Hey.
My 8th child's on the way. I need $5 million. That's his word. I'm just telling you what he said.
Hey, at this point, to show these naysayers, Cam, make all your money be incentive based. Take the money they give you off the top and make them put them large incentive based incentives in there, and you still make your money. Just put them big incentive bases in there.
That's me.
Those milestones.
Dan DeVito got a job starting as a quarterback, and Cam Newton can't get a job in the NFL.
Cam Newton can get a job.
Shape.
He just has to humble himself.
Well,
but that's our show for this week, people. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share. And like always, blow the whistle.
Woo-woo.
See y'all next week.
See you next week. Peace.